but this is the first time that Raila Odinga will not be appearing there. How do you see this election to be?
Mr. Henry, I think at this point, I don't need anybody to carry my hand for the elections in Ugenya. Yeah? Even if I request the party, even if my opinion poll will be very high, I don't need a direct ticket. ODM will still be a strong party, but again, also it depends on how we behave as ODM members. How we behave post Raila Odinga, our party leader, is what will make us strong or what will make us not to be strong.
Welcome to Real Life and Politics. Today we are talking to Daniel Odhiambo, who almost won the Ugenya election in the last election in 2022. I'm your host called Henry Owor, and we are going to have a major discussion, gathering that, of course, recently we lost the party leader of ODM, and this is a very opportune moment, a great moment to discuss the party affairs.
Yeah, thank you, Henry. This is Daniel Odhiambo. I'm an economist by profession, and I'm from Ugenya. And as you rightly said, that I'm the one who vied for Ugenya constituency seats under ODM ticket. And what I can say is that we are really coming back to Ugenya, and we are coming very strong. Because, in Ugenya, we've done a lot of things. We've done a lot of things which are still running. We have two major flagship projects, which are the markets, the Sega market and Jera market. We've also paid a lot of school fees for our young guys. But as they say, kuteleza si kuanguka. Now we are coming back to Ugenya, strong than before.
Daniel Odhiambo, welcome to Real Life and Politics. This is a very trying moment because we just lost the leader of your party, and you were very close to Mr. Raila Amolo Odinga. How close were you to Amolo?
Thank you very much, Henry. Indeed, it's a very trying moment. We were actually very close, and you can remember that I was the ODM candidate for Ugenya in the last general election. That's 2022. That shows you how close we were. It's just that being close is also relative sometimes. There are people who are more closer, and there are people, the closeness depends on also the circumstances. But the death of our party leader, Raila Odinga, is a very big blow to Kenyans. It's a very big blow to the party. And it's also a very big blow to the broad-based government. Because you remember that before even Jacob rested, he was the main pillar of the broad-based government. So it's a total loss. And particularly for the people of Nyanza also, given that he was also he was not just controlling Nyanza, but again, for us in Nyanza, it's a very massive blow.
Now, which changes would you expect in ODM now this has happened?
Yeah, if I look at my party, ODM, there could be a lot of changes. It's just that even as we look at these changes, we must be alive to the fact that we must have unity of purpose as ODM, because that is the most important thing as per now. The changes that might be, some of them have started, really. You can see that right now as a party, we have the acting party leader, who is Oburu Odinga. So maybe there could be other changes when finally we will have the National Governing Council, which might ratify Dr. Oburu Odinga as the party leader, now not the acting, but now the full party leader. However, there are a lot of things which are going to happen. Because of these laws, we will be having people who want to get space. Because right now everybody wants to get space. Yeah. It's a state of, we can't really call it a state of confusion, but again, it's a state of uncertainty. Because as you see, we have a different school of thoughts, even within the ODM party. There are people who are saying that Baba left us in government, we should stay in government. There are people who are saying that Baba said we should be in government until 2027, which is the true position. And I'm very happy that in the press conference yesterday, where the party, there was a acting party leader, and that press conference was read by the party secretary general, Edwin Sifuna. It was very clear from what Baba said that we will be in the broad-based government until 2027. So other issues can be discussed in 2027. This is not to say that we are going to move out of government, no. But we are saying that even if we are going to the government, it must be something negotiated so that we know what our party position really is within the government post-2027. Yeah.
Now, we have a new leader in the party. How effective do you think the new acting leader will be?
Yeah, if you look at our party ODM, ODM is a party with structures. It is not a one-man show. We have structures from the national platform up to the grassroots level. And you see, we even in the sub-counties, even in the polling stations, we have chairmen, and we have. So this structure has not has not been distorted by the death of our party leader. It's just that we need to strengthen these structures so that all these structures are working in tandem. So what I can say that our acting party leader, Dr. Odinga, right now, he has to balance. One, he is still mourning his younger brother. And two, he must balance also for the party, because we are also looking unto him for wisdom so that we steer this party in the correct way. And as I know, Dr. Odinga is a very wise man. I've had an opportunity of sitting with him several times. He's a very wise man, and even he is also measured in his actions. So to me, I don't have any doubt that this party is still going to be strong, as if our party leader, Raila Odinga, is still alive. And the best thing is that our party leader inculcated the culture of democracy within the party and without the party, so that there is even freedom of thought, so that even if when people sit down, everybody can bring what they think, and then we come to a consensus. So no doubt, ODM still will be a very, very strong and vibrant party going forward.
Now you have a situation whereby ODM is in the broad-based government. How will ODM prepare, balance this action and remaining relevant as the opposition?
Yeah, if you look at when we joined the broad-based government, it's because we had challenges in the country, particularly the challenges of the Gen Zs, and a lot of things were not going really well. And you remember at that time is when we had also the problem with our budget, the finance bill, where people rioted, and ODM has come and brought actual balance in government through this broad-based system that we are working on with. But again, even if we want to talk about the opposition is not just there to oppose everything. Even the ideals of ODM is to make the country better. So if we can make the country better now within the framework of the broad-based government, I think that is the most important thing, so that this country is better for everybody. It is better for investors. It's better for the local wananchi, and it's better for business people. And that is when we will have the actual real growth. And as even the president said, though I don't want to be seen as propagating what he's saying, but what he said is that if you look at the manifestos of both the ODM party and the UDA, those manifestos were the difference was a bit. There was a thin line between those manifestos, which means that we are implementing what both sides wanted to be implemented. It's just that maybe the structure of implementation is different. So that means that us as ODM, if we bring what we have and we look at what UDA has as a party, then we can make the country better. That's notwithstanding. What we are saying is that we have to look at what are the tangible results that will be produced by this broad-based government. And at that point is when the party, through their spokesman, because I'm a member of the party, will decide that in the next general election, how are we going to this election, whether we are going with UDA or we are looking for other partners. And for me, we should not forget that if you look at how we've been having a journey, we've been having different partners for different elections. And I think a wise decision will be made at an appropriate time so that we know which are the best partners for us. Though that's notwithstanding, there's a position of ODM and also there's a position of us as Nyanza leaders. We've been outside government for a very long time, as you can see. So that we've been missing a lot of development and have not been coming to our region. But that's not to say that we should be selfish in ourselves to look at only what benefits us. But as other members of my party also says that Jacom left us in the broad-based government. So if we find that staying in the broad-based government is what fits us well, then it will suffice to remain in the broad-based government post-2027.
Now, in Ugenya, you almost won the election. It was just about 1,000, 2,000 votes. Now, can we expect you to be in the ticket once more?
Certainly, I will be in the ticket in Ugenya. We can say we almost won, but also it depends on, election really depends on so many things. We can't say we lost elections authoritatively. There are so may issues which came to play at that time. But I can say with certainty that we will be on the ticket in 2027. Though 2027 is a bit far, and we don't know how many people will reach there. But if we reach there, we will be there on that ticket. It's just that if you look at the elections of 2022 rather, there were a lot of things. I got the ticket for ODM through merit, and that one I must make it clear today. ODM was giving ticket. If you look at, let's say, Siaya in general, the ticket was being given two ways. One was through direct ticket, and the second way was through people going to elections. Now, the threshold for giving the direct ticket was that if an aspirant was above the next aspirant by 10% point. For the opinion poll, they were given direct ticket. And that explains why I, myself, in Ugenya, as Daniel Odhiambo, was given a ticket. Current CS now, who was the MP for Ugunja, was given a direct ticket in Ugunja. And Otiende Amolo was given a direct ticket in Rarieda. And you can see that where there was less than 10% points, Alego, people went for nomination. Bondo, there was nomination. And also Game, there was nomination. So it was not out of the moon that I got the ticket. And even if you see our gubernatorial aspirant, by then, who is our governor, James Orengo, was given a direct ticket. Our acting party leader, Oburu Odinga, was given a direct ticket because they were 10 points above other aspirants. And that's what's happened to me. It's just that in my case, it was too unfortunate that the people who we were competing with went and supported our opponent, who is now the current member of parliament. And what they were saying in Luo, they were saying, they were saying so many things, but if you look at it, it was not merited. And because 2027 is around the corner, we will see now. I welcome all the aspirants. In fact, I need so many aspirants to come to Ugenya because, the development of Ugenya cannot be done by one person.
Now, ahead of 2027, what do you think are the main challenges in Ugenya currently?
Ugenya has a lot of challenges. And the first biggest challenge in Ugenya, even if you look around, is infrastructure. Particularly the roads. The roads are very, very poor and they are in very bad condition in Ugenya. So what we need, first of all, if we have the tarmac roads, and even the Maram roads are in a poor condition, but if you get tarmac roads, it usually opens up the economic activity of an area. But you look at Ugenya, we have a very, very big challenge in terms of infrastructure, which are roads. That's number one. Number two, Ugenya still has a lot of challenges, particularly if you look at the schools. The infrastructure in schools are still wanting. Though there's some little which is being done, but that infrastructure need to be improved. Because our kids cannot go to schools where there are no even sanitary places for them to assist themselves. No toilets in these schools. Those are the most basic things that a school should have. And if you look at Ugenya generally and most areas, we have a problem with even water, though water is a devolved function, which need to be taken by the county, but that is also a very, very big challenge that needs to be fixed within the constituency. So there are a lot of challenges. It's just that we can't mention all of them. But again, if you look at the poverty levels also in Ugenya, it's a bit high. And this is because of what I talked about earlier. We need to open the infrastructure. When the infrastructure is open, then the businesses will also start flowing. And we really don't have a cash crop in Ugenya. We've tried to bring something, cotton, but now that cotton still has not picked up. So when we lack that cash crop, also the poverty levels just skyrocket.
Mm-hmm. Now, judging from the last race or the last when you were contesting 2022, what would you say were the main challenges that you faced?
Okay, the main challenge that I faced mostly, I can just categorize them into two or three. The first challenge was that, as I said earlier, the people whom I competed against decided to support the opponent. Now, when these people supported the opponent again, what they did to me, they went and closed all my bank accounts. So I could not even have money to finish the race. And when they were doing this in collaboration with my opponents. Yeah. So you can see the how far those people who I was with in the party, who were saying they were ODM loyalists, but they are going as far as making sure that I don't become the member of parliament. And again, we also had a challenge within the party structure. Let's say within even our polling station officials and even the ward officials. Most of them were also not loyal to the party. Yeah, and it reached some point where they were being bought cheaply by 500 shillings, and they decamped to our opponents, which means some of them were also not loyal to the party. They were just there as party officials, but the loyalty was a bit shaky. But again, this just arose because the opponents that I had also went the other side, and they went with our supporters. But if that election, we didn't have those people who are not loyal. They are not. As it said, you should be loyal. There should be fidelity to the party. If those people did not go against the party, we could have won by a very, very big margin. And as we talk about those officials and these others, there was also a problem that even the same people that you are running with in the same ticket, during the day, they say they support you, but during the night, they go and support your opponent. So that was the biggest problem. But the best thing is that 2027 is also with us, and right now I've also learned my lessons, and I've known where we had problems, and we will try to rectify those problems.
Now, prior to 2022, you had a lot of projects running in Ugenya. Are you going to revive some of them?
Yeah, prior to 2022, I had very, very many projects, but to single out, I had two main big projects which we were doing. That is the market in Sega and the market in Jera. When we lost the elections, in quotes, many people thought that those projects are going to die. Fortunately, we followed up those projects, and those projects are complete. The market in Sega is complete, and it's usable. The market in Jera is also complete, and it's usable. There are some small projects that we are doing, though they are not of big magnitude, but they are ongoing. Like when we started this issue of Ugenya, we paid a lot of school fees to some young guys. Most of them are now in university as we speak. And we are still doing that as we get resources. We still champion the issue of education. There are a lot of things that we did. We did construction of roads. We provided so many schools with water tanks. We were doing sanitary towels for young ladies. We were doing a lot of things. And those things, some of them, we built stages for boda. We empowered youth groups and women groups. And those things we still do, we do them at our own capacity up to now. Because generally, even after election, I have not left the people. I'm still with the people since we finished elections. Yeah.
Now, there are already candidates doing their runs in Ugenya. Have you started your campaigns in Ugenya?
My campaign has been continuous since we lost the elections. I've been there. And those candidates who are there, just encourage them that we need more candidates to come to Ugenya. Because again, as I said, mostly people are also dependent on politicians to somehow sort out some small problems. We usually have some problems. Sometimes people are having medical issues. They need you in Harambes to help them. People sometimes, they also have problems of funerals. We need to support them. And you see, if you are one candidate, you are not able to do all these things. That's why, to me, if at all those candidates are also coming with clean hands, that they want to assist the people of Ugenya, then we welcome all of them to come so that we support each other and we make sure that Ugenya becomes great.
Now, which parts of Ugenya do you think is very key or are very key to any candidate winning? Because they are populous areas, others don't have high populations.
All parts of Ugenya are equally important in elections for Ugenya. It's just that it depends on how somebody also looks at it. You know, when I came to election last time, though I was moving around, I did not know that this is the area where I'll get so many votes. This is the area where I'll not get many votes. But right now, I know all the 71 polling stations, and I know how I performed in all of them. So I know where to put my resources, where to put more of my resources. I know where even if I put more resources, the votes will not be that much. It's not that now I can't really point out where, because I know even this interview will be looked at with my opponents. So I'll be giving them also too much for them to know. But generally, if you look at West Ugenya, it's the most populous.
West Ugenya?
Yes, in terms of the voting numbers. Then it's followed by East Ugenya. West Ugenya is 18,000. Last general election, 18,000 and some numbers. East Ugenya is also 18,000 some numbers, though West Ugenya is a bit higher. Then we have North Ugenya, which is around 16,000, 17,000. Then Ukwala ward is 15,000 votes. So you can see East and West, we have a lot of votes. But in terms of polling stations now, the biggest polling station is Sega polling station, which had 4,000 plus votes.
The biggest polling station is?
Sega polling station.
Sega, okay.
Yes, which had 4,000 plus registered voters. Yeah. So if you look at the numbers, then Ukwala, of course, also has I think the second. Then we have Ralak. We have also in West Ugenya we have a number of big polling stations like Mourns. Yeah. So those are actually the polling stations that somebody also should look at. Though there are different dynamics, which I'm not able to share here. But even the candidates go there, they will know the dynamics of all these polling stations. Because there are polling stations where you can go as an individual and get the votes. There are polling stations where if you go there as an individual, you will not get the votes. Because we have several people, I don't know how to call them, can I call them kingpins or something? They influence the voters. And maybe, I think that one we can leave it at there because I can't give much information about that. Most information that I know must be also personalized to myself.
In the last election, all signs were pointing to your victory. I remember it was very clear you were winning and Orengo was also going to win governor. Then last minute, things changed. And then, of course, also we have the problem that in Ugenya, we have all the leaders have always come from the east. And now you are, apart from Matthew Sogutu and Chris Karan, most of the leaders have come from the area where Orengo comes from. You see? Do you think we'll have any change this time?
Yeah, you see, the issue of voting, where somebody comes from, that one will be a decision of the people of Ugenya. But as you could see, even at our numbers in the last elections, we performed exceptionally well because we won in 3 wards, and our competitor won in 1 ward, if I'm not wrong. Now, if you look at those numbers, it shows you that we know where to get our votes in the next general election. And I cannot say that the MP should also not come from East Ugenya, because East Ugenya still is Ugenya. Whether the MP comes from East Ugenya, comes from North, West, or Ukwala, it's still Ugenya. So it's just that as an individual, me, I come from North Ugenya, and by going by the numbers, this next election we are winning it, and by a huge margin. And I could hear so many people talking about that now when our party leader is not there, there's nobody to carry your hand up so that you perform well in the election. And I can actually tell you that even when my party leader was there, I was one of the aspirants who was greatly disadvantaged in the party, because our party leader came to campaign for us for 1 day. And from my side, he started in Sega. And I was not allowed to have a tent where the party leader sits. I was not given the caps and the T-shirts. They were given, but somebody diverted them to their own constituencies, given the fact that even these people were still sitting member of parliaments. So the party and the party leader wanted to assist me as much as possible, but there are people down here who played some cards. So the death of our party leader is a great disadvantage to us. But it is more disadvantageous to those people who had those different schemes. Yeah? Because you realize that even the party was funding candidates. And you can remember that when I was a candidate against also a party leader, because David Ochieng is a party leader of MDG, which means that I'm the person who was supposed to be given maximum support. It's just that some of our people in the party also, they were pretending to support me, but sometimes, not sometimes, but always they also give our opponent information regarding us. So that's why the election became a bit difficult. So that to some extent, I was campaigning myself instead of campaigning as a team. Yeah. Actually, even if you look at those members of county assembly, the member of county assembly who stood with us was from West Ugenya only. That is the only person who campaigned for us, who campaigned with us. The others did not. And thank God 2027 is here. So we know each other better, and the election is coming.
Now, this is the first election in over 40 years that the ODM Supremo or the boss will not be campaigning in Ugenya. Because Ugenya is very far, most times it appears once or twice as most, or once. Now, this will be different this time because, okay, the ODM new leader may come, but this is the first time that Raila Odinga will not be appearing there. How do you see this election to be?
Mr. Henry, I think at this point, I don't need anybody to carry my hand for the elections in Ugenya. I totally don't need anybody to carry my hand. I have the capacity to win these elections without anybody carrying my hand. In any case, the person who was carrying people's hands is not there. And even the people who want to carry your hand, they are the ones who want their hands to be carried. So, I'm prepared for the elections. Even if Baba was there, I could have told him this time round, let him not come to carry my hand. I want to face that election fair and square. And in fact, this time, I'm requesting the party, because there are people who had like 1% in the opinion poll, and they are the people making a lot of noise that, this guy has been given direct ticket. Let the party give these people an opportunity this time around in 2027 so that they can know their votes. Because unfortunately, you can get somebody who will get 100 votes making a lot of noise. So let everybody go to the nomination. Even if, I request the party, even if my opinion poll will be very high, I don't need a direct ticket. Because that direct ticket, sometimes it did not, instead of helping me, I think it brought a lot of negative issues towards my campaign. So I will need all these guys to come to nomination so that everybody knows their votes, which is very important.
Now, Ugenya is, I think, in Ugenya, ODM lost the election. Do you think this time ODM will win the election in Ugenya?
Yeah, right now, to my thinking, we are going to win the election in Ugenya. And as I answered you previously, winning the election in Ugenya, let us do a proper nomination. Let everybody go home when they are satisfied with the results of nomination. Because ODM has been losing elections in Ugenya, not mostly because ODM is not strong. The members of ODM are the ones voting for the other parties. Because even if you could ask yourself a question, why is it that in all these other seats, ODM is winning? ODM is winning presidential election, ODM is winning gubernatorial election, ODM is winning senatorial, and all MCAs belong to ODM. There was just a small problem here and there. So when we do a proper nomination and everybody goes home and they know these are my votes, there will be no complaint. Even if they complain, Wananchi will have already seen that they have lost in that nomination. Yeah.
By presidential, you mean presidential election in Ugenya?
Yes. When I talk about presidential, I talk about the number of votes that a presidential candidate gets.
In Ugenya?
Yes, in Ugenya.
Do you think the ODM will be stronger now as we finalize? Because I think now there will be a lot, the secretariat of the party will be stronger because of the power of the Supremo is not there. But what do you expect? What way do you see forward for ODM?
ODM will still be a strong party, but again, also it depends on how we behave as ODM members. How we behave post Raila Odinga, our party leader, is what will make us strong or what will make us not to be strong. The issue is we must also look at the divergent views of every member of the party. Because we say disagreeing, you disagree to agree. So the members of the party need to accept that even within the structures of the party, there could be divergent views. And by having these divergent views, people should sit down and look at it at what is best for the party from these divergent views. Then we come out with a collective view for the party. That is when our party will be strong. Otherwise, if we allow the divergent views to split us, then we will not be strong. But my prayer as a party member and a life member of ODM is that we have different organs which must sit down and have a convergent view as we go towards 2027 general elections. Yeah.
Now, it's just as we complete, I think ODM founding was actually by chance, because remember it was Kivitu who gave the name Orange and the other the banana, you see. Now, in this kind of situation, which advantage, I mean, ODM always gets things from surprise. Which kind of surprise can we expect from ODM now?
No, I cannot say that as a party we get things from surprise. One, if you look at ODM was founded around 2005, and this was because of the referendum of the banana and the orange. So the orange were opposing the constitution, and the banana was supporting the constitution. If you look at the reasons why we were opposing the constitution, you can see we were saying that as a party, we wanted the Bomas draft to be implemented. Then the other opposing ones, the ones who were supporting, they had other different issues. And the Bomas draft was the draft which had come from Wananchi. So I cannot say it's by chance. It is just that there are things that we believed in as a party in 2005, which made us come together. And those things are the things we still believe in up to now. For example, we believe on those issues like freedom of speech, which must be there. We believe on democracy. That's why ODM is a party's Orange Democratic Movement. Yeah. So we believe in that Kenyans should also have a better life. So it's like we are social democrats. So those are the kind of things we look at. So most of the people that we form coalitions with are the people who are also thinking, are like-minded like us in ODM. So to me, we still have people who are thinking like us, and our thinking is still the same unless other things change. But as per now, the party will still be strong under Dr. Raila Odinga, unless we get another party leader, which we can also get through the structures of the party. And ODM has able leaders who can lead. And you can see most of them are also occupying different. We have a party leader, we had deputy party leaders who are three, I think. We have even the chairman of the party. So the party structures are still working. And to me, I believe ODM will be very, very strong. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you very much. That was a good discussion of the political situation. Hope we can do it again. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Henry. When you have time, I'll still come back and share maybe later. Now we can share the issues of Ugenya more.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, but thank you very much.
All right.